Hello, this is Scrapping Amy with One Mommy Scrapping, and welcome to Scraptember. I am participating with Miranda Weber, Laura Alberts, and Natalie Bowers, and I have links down below to all of their channels. They have a different guest designer every day for the month of September, and today I was asked to be their guest designer, so I'm so excited. I am actually using a photo that Miranda did to start off Scraptember. It's the two of us drinking out of matching coffee mugs. We found them at Hobby Lobby together, and it's a little pun. It's, what did the coffee say to the bean? Nothing. It was grounded. And so we both thought that was hilarious and got matching coffee cups. I'm using Pink Fresh Studios Everyday Musings collection, and I do not do a lot of black and white photos, and I don't do a lot of square photos. So I actually did a lot of searching on Pinterest and then Instagram and then Pinterest again, and finally found something that had this torn paper, and that is what sparked the idea to tear the layers of this paper. The background gray cardstock is stone from American Crafts, and then I was planning on trimming it down so it matched the length of the purple paper, and then I decided I actually quite liked it all the way across. I had a little bit of glue still visible there, so there I am actually showing it to Miranda. I'm video chatting with her as we're both creating and videotaping at the same time. This piece of Pink Fresh paper, that's the background, is quite nice. I wish I didn't cover all of it up. I do leave a little bit showing, but I will have to make sure to use that as a full sheet another time. I want to trim off the little bit of overhang. It's still not perfect, but it's going to go in an album and most people won't notice. You saw me kind of ruffle up the edges. I wanted to add just a little bit more texture and dimension. I didn't do a lot. I pull out my distresser, which I don't use a lot because it makes a mess. I had the idea to flip my paper over and catch most of the little balls that come off on the back of my layout, and worked really well. But I decided to distress because Miranda does a lot with her edge distresser, and I'm like, well, you asked me to do this. I'm going to use the same photo. I'm going to try to distress a little bit, and it's just kind of fun to try things that aren't normally in my comfort zone. I did that a couple different ways on this layout. So the edge distressing is one, tearing the paper is another, but it does add some nice texture to it. The aside from the stuff with the purple background, everything else was left over from another layout I did for Happy Scrappy Sunday. And it will eventually be up on Take Two Tuesday. I decided that I didn't like the black and white photo up against just the plain white diamond pattern of that top layer sheet. So I got another sheet of the stone cardstock and just matted it with that. I was considering doing black, but I don't know, it felt too heavy. I was going back and forth on what to use as a title for this before I even started. I tend to start my scrapping with a title in mind, and when I saw the little "So Happy We're Here," I was like, this is perfect, and Miranda agreed. And I was going to only use 2 of those, but then those flowers felt unbalanced. So I have some sticker books. I have let me pull it out real quick so I can tell you exactly what it is. I have a generic one, just American Crafts, and it doesn't even really name it. Okay, it's called Everyday. That's what's on the Tuesday morning sticker. And then I have a Paige Evans one, also by American Crafts. And the colors of the Paige Evans one really worked quite well. And there it is. I was actually quite surprised at how well those colors looked with it. And so I ended up pulling in more things that I had planned. I'd already looked through the sticker books and got an idea. I mean, obviously I've got a post-it note there marking the floral page, which I almost forgot to use 100%. So now I'm going to pull off that little fox in the top corner. Miranda is constantly saying, doesn't matter what the embellishment is, if the colors match, use it. And I was like, I can't do that. I struggle with it. I really do. But this fox is so cute. It matches the orange beautifully in here. So I stick it in, and I tend to do that more on layouts that actually have Miranda in them. Having our friendship kind of grow over the past year or so has been very nice. We've both altered our scrapbooking, I think, just a little bit, and trying different things. And it's really nice to get to know somebody that enjoys the same hobby you do. And that kind of sums up basically this page. I mean, I will probably journal a little bit. I don't know where because I didn't leave a ton of space. You'll see me put on a little phrase sticker that says hello, smile, fabulous, cheer. Right there it is right there. And I could potentially scrap or journal a little bit below that, right on top of those coffee cups if I use a black or a navy pen. I'll probably go with navy if I did that. Now, these paper stickers from the sticker books are thin paper. And I managed to only tear one while I was taking it out of the sticker book. Switching it all around like this, I didn't tear any of them. I'm like, really? All of that and actually peeling it off the backing is what took it away. So I'm like, yeah, whatever. So since we're drinking out of coffee cups, I used that coffee cup paper, which honestly I did not think I would use at all. And then I have this mug rack. And you saw in the beginning, I placed it in the top right of the photo. And it didn't feel right there. I don't know why. So I'm deciding to add like a little shelf, strip of paper shelf at the bottom right. This is where I normally put my date. And I pulled a little date flag. And I roughed up the edges. And I couldn't use my edge distresser. The paper was just too thin. So using my scissors worked just fine. You see me, I put it down and then realized I needed to peel it back up because I forgot to ink the edges. And then I put it down too low and then I peeled it back up. I'm just going to say I'm really glad that ATG adhesive is good. So this little embellishment at the bottom corner starts to grow. I'll be adding more things to it as we progress. So I have some areas to embellish. I have the top left corner with the yellow sticker paper, and then I've got the top right corner with the green chevron sticker paper. And I don't do too much around the title and that bottom strip of paper with the words on it, but I still think it ends up looking well. That sticker there ends up moving down the line because it felt very disjointed there. I ended up deciding not to do an embellishment cluster at that spot, and that coffee cup moves as well. So these are the cardstock stickers that came with Everyday Musings. And the one I chose up there says just what I needed. And because it's on the paper that has been distressed, I end up putting a little piece of foam tape on the back to kind of raise up that side. There I go. I move the blue coffee cup to under the title, and I move the coffee cup on the square paper underneath. And I think that helps balance because I do have that to-go coffee cup on the right side with the flower cluster. I had the little happy ticket. I'm not hugely happy with where that is. I kind of wanted it over with the title, but I have the word happy in the title and it felt weird to put the word happy right next to the word happy. I'm like, I don't like that. So here's where I'm growing my bottom cluster. I pull out the puffy stickers and I go back and forth with them. I end up putting that vase there and leaving it. And then I have I don't know what that is. I got no clue. It looks like some fruit. Is it dragon fruit? Is it, I don't know. Big gigantic strawberry. So then I remember I had the flower stickers. That's where I ripped it right there. And you can't tell, so it's nice. But I remember I was like, oh yeah, I pulled up all of those stickers. So how many times have I pulled this blue coffee cup up and moved it around at this point? I think that's the third or fourth time. I'm trying to decide what will go at that bottom cluster. I end up deciding not to do anything. I do want to add puffy stickers to the other two clusters though. So I end up going with leaves for both of them. So it adds just a little bit to tie in the puffy stickers that I've used at the bottom. And I am almost done with this layout at this point. I'm showing Miranda, and now I'm pulling out my Nuvo drops. I can't do a layout without my Nuvo. So this pink I'm using right now is Pink Orchid. That red berry color is Rhubarb Crumble, and then the aqua is Neptune Turquoise. These are drops that I've not used very often because they have the metallic finish, and I struggle more with the metallic finish dots. But I have made a commitment to use them more often. So check out the links down below. Close-up photos are coming up next, and I hope you guys all have a lovely day. Bye!